Welcome along to my YouTube channel. If you're new around here, I'm the Gobby Gaffer and I play Football Manager. If you're a regular viewer, well, thanks for your support, your likes, your comments and your subscriptions. And in today's episode, I think we're going to win the Champions League. No, I'm only joking. But we had a brilliant result against Bayern Munich. Do you want to have a look at the schedule and see how we were doing? Well, come on then, let's have a quick look. So yeah, the last game that we watched was the Auxerre game, and a little bit of a disappointing 1-1 there. Wasn't particularly happy. But then the next game against Nantes at home, we beat them 2-1. And then we played Bayern Munich, and I kind of feared the worst. But we played absolutely brilliantly. They gave Zapata the ball, but then Zapata threw, sticks the ball in, 1-0, happy days. And then we had quite a tough away game at Montpellier. It shouldn't really have been a tough game, but we made hard work of it. We won 3-2 in the end, another 3 points. Then we played Juventus in the Champions League. I'm not showing you that one. We got battered 4-1. You can't win them all. And then we played Nice, back in the league again, scraped another 1-0. We're getting very good at these 1-0s. Couple of friendlies in there. Then we played Saint Etienne, who are up in the Champions League places this season. It was at their place. Again, another 1-1. We're getting very good at scoring 1 goal. And if we can avoid the 1 goal against, then we win the game. If we don't, then we draw it. So, not great really. But then we played Athletic Bilbao and we won that 1-0 again. And we're in the green here. Ball onto that left-hand side. Mazzone, lovely ball into Gelly. And Carvalho finishes smartly. And we won the game again. And the league table is looking like this. I think we might even win the French league this season. Again, I'm only joking. But we are in 3rd spot. That kind of dreaded 4th spot. I know it gets you in the Champions League, but it's a bit tiresome to play all these playoff games. 3rd spot would get us automatically into the league stage. And Saint Etienne, I've got that 4th spot at the moment, 23 points. We're 3rd with 30 points, so we're 7 points ahead of them, which is very, very nice. And the 2 teams above us are Rennes, our arch enemies, as per usual. PSG are top, but only by 1 point. PSG this season started like a runaway train. They did beat us, unfortunately, at our place. Not a great result. But this season they are dropping a few points. So they've won 10, drawn 1 and lost 2. And the Champions League group is looking like this, with us in 7th place. It looks rather strange, that, doesn't it? RC Lens up there with Real Madrid, Wolfsburg, PSG, Borussia Dortmund. I mean, we're doing really, really well. We've got 12 points out of 5 games. So there's 3 games to play. Tough games, I think, but you never know. Manchester City, Chelsea and Sevilla. Sevilla are down in 24th place. They're just hanging on at the moment to that kind of final playoff spot. But we have them to play now. So in today's episode, we're going to watch the 2 home games this time. They're usually away games that we play, but it's 2 home games. We have Dijon, who are, if they're not bottom, they're very near to bottom. So I'm expecting 3 points out of that one. And then we have Sevilla, who, if you remember, in our first outing in the Champions League, actually knocked us out in the very first playoff game and knocked us down into the Europa League. So I'm expecting a little bit of revenge there today. Well, when I say expect, let's hope we can do. Let's hope we can turn them over. Because if we can, that'll be 6 games played, 5 won, 1 lost. I mean, that's Champions League winning form, if you ask me. I mean, can we? Again, I'm doing a lot of joking in this episode. Have you noticed? Yeah. Okay, let's get into some football, shall we? So I'm just going to have a quick word with the lads in the dressing room, and then I'll see you in the dugout. And let's hope we can stick a few goals past Dijon. None of this 1-0 malarkey. Let's see if we can stick a few goals past them, because our goal difference is not great this season. So let's jump in the dugout. Let's see if we can get these 3 points wrapped up. And just before the game today, another nice little bit of news for me. The board want to a meeting to discuss a new contract. I mean, that's rather nice. So we're going to attend the meeting. We would like to gauge your opinion on whether discussing a new contract for you would be well received at this point in time. Well, I think it's a great idea. That's it. Fantastic. Come on then. Brilliant. Well, get on with that then. Well, please do. And can you make it longer than a year? Because that would show a little bit of confidence in me. Well, a little bit more confidence. Anyway, let's crack on. We'll get this game played, won't we, before the end of the episode? Anyway, here's my new contract. So it's a 2-year contract on 12,250 a week. So make the most of set pieces, play attacking football, possession football, high tempo, work within wage budget, blah de blah de blah. 5-year plan. So end of the current season, be competitive in the Champions League. Nobody seems to know what that means. I'm guessing, you know, don't get thrashed every game 6-0, so who knows. Qualify for the Europa League. That was in the board requirements at the beginning of the season anyway. And be competitive in the Trophée des Champions. Okay, well, we'll do our best. And then going forward, they just want to keep qualifying for the Europa League. Obviously, I want to do better than that. So we'll start negotiations. I think we're just going to accept it. I always worry if you start negotiating, they might say, sorry, you're asking for too much money on your bike. So I'll just say, finalise the deal, and we're done. Well, we finally get down to playing some football. So, team for today. Ibrahim in goal, back four of Bandecchi, Dordic, Kronberg and Moreno. We have Argiolas, we're playing a bit of a diamond today. We have Argiolas at the base of the diamond. Masonave and Bongatue are the two in the centre. Escalante is playing just behind Carvalho and Zapata. And we get a highlight from the kickoff. We always love them, don't we? So we do have that highlight. Are we going to give the ball away? Are we going to have a shot on goal? Escalante, lovely ball forward for Masonave. Masonave finishes smartly. Did you hear a referee's whistle then? No, I didn't. I'm hearing things. We're 1-0 ahead. 25 seconds on the clock. And Masonave puts us 1-0 ahead. Nice ball forward there, coming forward from his Mazzala position. And that is very, very nice. 1-0 ahead. We don't need to see it again. So are we going to give them a bit of praise? No, they're all smiley-faced at the moment. Just what we like to see. Smiley-faced. Orsilons 1, Dijon 0. Not too many highlights, but 20th minute, we very nearly get that over the line. That's going to go back wide again, is it? No, it's not. Bandecchi eventually goes wide. Well, it was obviously not worthy of a highlight, so we didn't get to see that. So the Dijon keeper has got the ball. He's going to hoof that long, very, very high. That ball gets headed out, and but we've given the ball away, and that's over the top. And that's saved by Ibrahim. Nice save, and saves us from going 1-1. Corner. Corner gets slung in. We do head that ball out, but it's a throw in, but again, not worthy of a highlight. 30 minutes on the clock. So we're coasting to half time. Now about 10 minutes of the first half left. Get a free kick. Dordic is going to play this ball forward to Masonave. Is it going to go out wide? No, it goes to Zapata. Zapata gets the ball and puts it in the bottom corner. And we're 2-0 up against Dijon. 2-0 up. And this is a nice 3 points. This nice movement there from Zapata. Carvalho playing a deep line forward today. Just finds him with a lovely little ball. We do get a corner. Escalante with the corner. That ball's headed out. Moreno swings the ball back in. He really put his right boot through that one. That would have been a terrific goal. Well, we are moving into half time now. Just going to say, you're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. Not an awful lot to say about that, is there? We're playing really, really well. Well on top in the game. The ball is won there, but we don't come away with it. But we do now pick the ball up. Masonave now just stands there and gives the ball away. Ball over the top. Can we get a foot on this ball? Kronberg does really well, and does well again the second time. Zapata now to Escalante. Escalante, Masonave. He's feeding the ball through. Lovely ball through from Carvalho. And Carvalho absolutely bursts the net with it. And, I mean, we're going through them like a dose of mustard. Dijon. These are the jokes, folks. Okay, just watch that goal again. Escalante, Masonave. Lovely ball just through between the centre halves. Carvalho says, thank you very much. 3-0 ahead, and I think it's time So maybe make some substitutions. We'll just watch this free kick. Ball's coming in. Just skims the top of the net. Okay, 49 minutes on the clock. We're 3-0 up. I think I'm fairly comfortable in making 5 subs. So Mazzone, Ham, McNeil, Galley and Aurelio have all come on. I think we're just going to drop back to cautious now. We don't want to do anything silly. Most of the team are on there. Happy smiley faces. So that's always nice to see. This is very central. This could go in. Carvalho, left-footed. And that actually is saved by the keeper, I think. It's always very difficult to see from that angle. But Dijon coming forward. Aurelio wins it nicely in midfield. Zapata to McNeil. McNeil just feeds Zapata again. Zapata just clips the top of the crossbar with that one. Lovely move that. Well won in midfield and then finished off nicely by Zapata. Unfortunately, it wasn't a goal. So moving now into the 80th minute. Not an awful lot happening now. I think going on the cautious mentality now, we're just calming the game down. The game is won. We don't need to bust a gut. Zapata again though, coming forward with the ball. Lovely ball out to Ham. Ham inside, and that has got to be a penalty. No? Oh, very surprised that wasn't a penalty. Out onto Mazzone's side. Can Aurelio pick that up? No. The flight of the ball deceived him a little bit there. So are they going to get a consolation goal here? No, they're not, because Ibrahim picks out of the ball nice and easily. Very, very comfortable there for our goalkeeper. And the game is petering out now with one last highlight for Dijon. Header there forward, and their centre forward actually picks the ball up, but he pulls that wide. I mean, that was awful. Aurelio, Galley. We're getting far too many highlights at the end of this game now. Referee, rummage for your whistle and just blow it. Now we're getting a free kick. Oh my word. So Escalante is going to throw the ball into the box for about the 6th highlight. Since I said it was the last one, but about 6 since then. Ball headed out. There's centre forward, coming forward with the ball again. He has very little support. Referee. Referee. Referee, it's time to rummage for your whistle. Thank you. Very, very well done. That was an excellent win. We're just going to give him a nice pat on the back there. Nice, comfortable win. And that actually sees us now with PSG and Rennes both won their games. We are now 10 points ahead of Saint Etienne, 14 played, but more importantly, we're actually only 1 point off the top of the league. I don't think that we can even think about overhauling PSG, but you never know. This season, they have now lost 2 games and drawn 1, so maybe there's a little bit of a slip there. And the other team that's slipping badly is Monaco, in 9th place with 18 points. So somebody has to make way for us to get into that 2nd or 3rd spot. It's Monaco. Okay, nice little run out there. Nice little win. Another 3 points. And now we move on to the Champions League again. So we've got a couple of days before that game now. So I'm going to get on the training pitch. Just impart a few more words of wisdom. The Cobby Gaffer, words of wisdom. People always listen. Believe me. We'll see you in the dugout for the Sevilla game. Okay, back to the Champions League. Sevilla are in town. Playing a little bit more cautiously today. The formation's a little bit, trying to keep it a little bit tighter and hit them on the break. Because, I mean, the league position in the Champions League is not great, but they are a very good team, Sevilla. So anyway, we have Ibrahim in goal, back 4 of Bandecchi, Chevalier, Magobain and Marino. 2 DMs today of Argiolas and Aurelio. 3 in the middle, Masone, Bongatue and Vincent, with Zapata, the lone striker. And we're underway. Let's see if we can get another 3 points. If we can get 3 points today, like I say, it will be 5 wins and 1 loss. That Sevilla there have given the ball away. We need to just play this nice and carefully now. Play it to feet, nice and short. Don't do anything ridiculous with it. Nice ball out to Moreno, raiding down that side, and a very poor, tame shot in the end and just ends up in the goalkeeper's hands. We need to keep it nice and tight at the back today and just try and hit them on the break if we can. Chevalier could have brought that down. He had all the time in the world. Ball in the box. Another ball. It's bobbling about all over the place. We can't clear our lines. Vincent eventually does pick a loose ball up. Right, just be very, very careful with it. Very, very careful. We don't need to do anything outrageous. They've got 5 across the back there, Sevilla, but we do seem to have broken it. Bandecchi coming down. Zapata! Yes! And that's what I'm talking about. Just play it nice and calmly, draw them out, and then hit them with a ball through. And Bandecchi, we pulled them all over the place there. Masonave, lovely ball over this side. It really broke them up. And Bandecchi, lovely ball into Zapata. And we're 1-0 ahead. 25 minutes on the clock now. There's not an awful lot happened since the goal. We are on top. We've got more possession. 2/3 of the possession we've had. We've had more shots on target. But we've got to be very, very wary of Sevilla, because they are quite a good team and they will hit us. He's got no support here, and that was very, very, very poor. If that had been my striker, I think I'd have been docking a week's wages for that. But Sevilla again with the ball, just skims the top of they're getting a little bit nearer. I think we need half time to come, and I need to have a little bit of a word with them. So I think I'm going to say I don't want any complacency, and most of them seem to be focused with that. So Sevilla do get the second half underway. So highlights from the kickoff. Never ever know how this is going to go. Are they going to come forward? Or no, we're going to pick the ball up. That's always nice to see. So that may be a turnover in play here. Vincent, ball forward onto the right hand side. Moreno raiding forward. Can we get... Oh, what a goal from Vincent. What a stunning goal from Vincent for 2-0. I mean, that bears watching again. That was absolutely brilliant. And again, we pulled their back line all over the place. Moreno, it clips the ankles of their defender, but it drops nicely for Vincent on the volley into the top corner. 2-0. I think we are going to drop to a cautious mentality now. And we just need to keep our cool in this game. And we've got another 3 points in the bag. Ball over the top. Bongatue. Headed forward there to Masonave. Vincent slides it forward on Zapata. He was offside, unfortunately. That was a very, very poor, wild shot, though. 59 minutes on the clock. Couple of changes. Well, 3 actually. Changed both my wing backs. They do an awful lot of work up and down. So Ham and Mazzoni have come on. And McNeil on loan from Chelsea. He's coming on in midfield just to try and give us a little bit of fresh legs in there. And we do come back with the highlights. Ball thrown into the box there. Chevalier. Argeolas back to Chevalier. Please don't lose that ball there. Oh, they've not got many men forward, but we have given the ball away. Can we win that ball back? They've not got an awful lot up front. But their striker there does really well, actually. And he's going to put that in the back of the net. I can see that coming a mile off. So it's now 2-1. And that is not ideal. They only had one striker up there. I mean, this is pretty shocking. So I've asked the lads to press a little bit more. That was pretty awful defending that. 2 players there could have got a tackle in at any time. And they didn't. And again, we're here again, look. There's no tackles coming in from these defenders. I'm not quite sure what we're doing. We were very, very comfortable in this game. Another highlight for Sevilla. They're really piling it on now. We do get a chance for a breakaway though. Argeolas, we've got men streaming forward. Zapata, if he plays it left now, he's got men in space. He waited too long and we've lost possession. And that was very, very poor. We had the upper hand then and we didn't make the most of it. Unlike when Sevilla have got the ball and they're just running through the middle. There's no press on. We're not winning the ball back. This is worrying me, worrying me an awful lot. Zapata with a header forward to nobody. 20 minutes left on the clock. Seville have got all the time in the world and apparently all the space in the world. And that was a great tackle from Ham, but he is going to get sent off here, I think. So we've actually got our right back has got sent off. So a little bit of a change at the back then. Magabane has now gone to right wing back and Kronberg has come on in central defence. So we are a little bit light now at the back there, which is not ideal. So we are moving through the game now. I'm going to go even more defensive. We're in the 80th minute. We're still winning 2-1 and we still have a lot of the possession, but Sevilla have really come back into this game. 15 shots, only 4 on target though, importantly. And we have got the 3 points. And that was a very, very hard fought victory. And I'm going to say, I'm happy we got the result, but we weren't at our best. And after looking very, very comfortable, you know, in the first part of that game, it was squeaky bum time towards the end. And when Ham got sent off, he'd only just come on. When he got sent off, I did fear the worst there. Sevilla really came back into that game, but we hung on. So fair play to the lads and another nice result. So let's have a look at the leagues and see how we're standing at the end of this episode. So a very odd looking Champions League table, although I have to say there are a lot of teams that have still got to play that 6th game yet. But at the moment, we are in 2nd place. We've actually guaranteed a playoff spot with that now. It would be nice to get in the top 8 and then we don't have to play that playoff game. Whether we can do that, I don't know. But after 6 games, we've got 15 points. So we're looking quite nice. We're sitting nicely in there, aren't we? And we've already looked at the league table, but we are sat in 3rd place, 10 points above Saint Etienne, 1 point off the league leaders. And I'll just have a quick look at the finances, because this, if you remember, this is one of my goals, to try and get the finances back in order. We have just under 29 million in the bank. The transfer budget is now 9 million. One of the 4 million payments for Scarlata who went out, one of those has come in. So we've now got 9 million in the transfer budget and we're just slightly under the wage budget. So the finance is looking really nice at the moment. Obviously, a lot of this is helped as well by the 5 wins in the Champions League, which net us 2.4 million every time. So we're looking there at what, 12.5, nearly 13 million has come in just by winning games in the Champions League. So we've earned some really good money this season out of the Champions League. It's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this episode up here today. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please give me a like. If you're new around here, as per usual, spread the word. Let's hope the channel can grow. It is growing. We've currently, I think we have about 291 subscribers, which is, you know, it's growing. We're getting near to that 3. That's my next target, 300 subscribers. Can we get there in the next few days? It would be lovely if we could. Anyway, the next episode is just around the corner. We're going great guns in the Champions League. We're going great guns in the French First Division. Let's hope we can keep all of that momentum going. We'll see you very shortly.